After the Brixton uprising, I should be laughing about this. After the Brixton uprising in 1981, about a few weeks later, the police arrested me, and I served some time at Wormwood Scrubs prison, and that was probably the lowest point of my life. I mean, I've been expelled before, I've been in trouble with the police before, but I was actually serving time, and I really felt suicidal. But I was very fortunate because my cellmate was this wise old Rasta guy. He had locks down to his knees, and he must have been about 50 odd or something like that. And I think he was inside because he wanted to break open some tomb of an English king in Westminster Abbey or something like that. I think he was caught on the steps or on the way to Westminster Abbey with a pickaxe or something, because he was an Egyptologist and he liked all that ancient Egypt stuff but the important thing for me though, he was a very heavy reader, and while I stewed in my cell at night and cursing against the world and hated the world, he encouraged me to read. Probably turned my life around, encouraging me to read. He took me to the prison library and he took out a book for me called The Black Jacobins by C.L.R. James, and this is the story of the revolution in Haiti, which was then called San Domingo, and that just totally inspired me. It really did. The story of Toussaint Louverture, and I'm so pleased to know that Danny Glover is going to produce that as a major Hollywood film. So I hear, and that would be fantastic because I remember the story. It's so inspired me. When I came out of prison, I served 4 months. I went to Brixton Library. I didn't know anything about being a member of a library, so I went in there with one of those black bin bags, and I put in as many books as I could about black history, world history basically. I was just so interested in all that. And I must have had about 30 books, and I walked up Brixton Hill, and I think the librarian decided to leave me alone. I think they were so enchanted that there's this young black guy who's interested in all these books. I think they just left me alone and just let me take all these books on the shelves, and that kind of inspired my reading and my writing. Really, it really made me believe that hey, I can contribute something. I'm not going to listen to what the teachers told me at school, that I'm nothing, I'm no good, I'm stupid, I'm this and that. I actually believed that hey, I can make some kind of contribution to the society.
Can I ask, what did you serve time for?
Oh, causing an affray, fighting with police officers.
Just the usual.
Obviously trumped up charges.
And it was only 4 months?
Well, I was given 6, I think it was, or 7, but good behaviour.
You said when you first were sent down, you felt suicidal.
Yeah, definitely.
What was it? Just describe the feeling of being in prison.
Being in there did not affect... Well, it did, but more than anything else was the bucket in the cell. I know it's a simple thing, but the smell from the bucket absolutely drove me crazy. Because obviously these are the days when there wasn't no flush toilets in the cells, and if you wanted to do your business at night, you had to use a bucket, and it stank. And obviously you have to share it with somebody. And,
with an old Rastafarian.
Yeah, and who was a vegetarian and didn't like their food, so he had a mild case of diarrhea. So I didn't want to go back to that. When I left the prison gates, I said, I'm not having that again.
It's enough to deter anybody.
Yeah, but it deterred me. But I really was in a bad way, and it probably was because of him. Well, I didn't do any harm to myself, because if I could find any shoelaces or anything, I would have probably used it. So it was really a bad period for me, and I was still kind of reeling from the fact that I had moved to Brixton. I was trying to acclimatise myself to that, trying to get my own identity, and I had all these issues about who I am, who I belong to, what's the point of me being here, and then I get that sentence, and I don't think anybody understood what I was kind of going through.
But it sounds as though it was in fact a turning point for you.
Yes, it was. It kind of made me believe that hey, I'm as worthy as anybody else. And my life is worth living.